Yield to the Night was my best film. I mean, it's the only film I can really point to with pride, and, you know, all the rest to me have been total rubbish, and that's ruined me for any film in the future, any producer that's watching. However, Yield to the Night, in actual fact, I don't know, those of you who are old enough to remember it, know it was a very serious subject. It was all about, you know, a poor woman who was hanged. It wasn't about Ruth Ellis, as everybody thought. But in fact, this particular story didn't happen on Yield to the Night, because people are always saying, well, have you any interesting anecdotes to tell about certain films? Anything funny ever happened on set and so on? Well, nothing really funny ever happened on that film, but something really very funny happened on the film after, which, strangely enough, I wasn't in. The director, obviously having worked with me on that, decided he couldn't stand it again. So J.D. Thompson is his name, and he's a brilliant director. And immediately after he'd finished Yield to the Night, he went on into a film called Woman in a Dressing Gown, which was an equally big success. Yvonne Mitchell starred in it. And there was a young actress in it, starlet, who shall be nameless because sadly she has passed away since then. And she was a very intense young lady, very glamorous, very pretty. And she was supposed to be playing a sort of rather blousy, scrubby kind of bird who lived upstairs. And she wasn't meant to look glamorous, which, of course, was her ideal opportunity to show that she could act and that she didn't need to be made up and so on. And so her first morning on set, she arrived looking as though she'd just stepped out of a bandbox. I mean, hair, not a hair out of place, eyelashes curled up to her eyebrows, beautifully dressed, absolutely perfect, which, of course, was quite wrong for the part. And J.D. Thompson went berserk and said, take her away, do something with her, get that makeup off, muss her hair up, put her in old clothes. And she said, no, I can't appear like that. And he said, of course you can, that's the part. I mean, and they had this awful row on set, and she burst into tears, and there was no way she was going to appear like this. And Lee got more and more upset, and the two of them were at it hammer and tongs. And finally, Lee stamped his foot at her, and he said, do you realize that Diana Dors went through Yield to the Night without a vestige of makeup, her hair darkened down, and so on? He said, and you, he said, are you an actress or aren't you? And she said, I'm not an actress, I'm a star.